Here we are with Competency 3. This is all about the body of the presentation. So we already talked about the introduction and the sections of the introduction. Now we are discussing the body, the main section of the presentation. So this content provides relevant information and is appropriate for the scope of your audience. So remember, in the last competency, we talked about making information audience-centered. So think about your audience, who they are, and what their needs are, and what they might find beneficial. We'll talk later about surveys. You can always do an audience analysis. So continuing on with Competency 3, let's talk about that relevance of evidence. So you will be required to have relevant sources and source citations, and you'll have oral citations. So you'll want to have these outside sources that support the main points that you're introducing in the body and discussing and fleshing out. Okay. So to support them, you want to cite those sources and deliver them in a smooth way. Okay. And you want to make sure that they're vetted sources, so that they are meaningful to your audience and also trustworthy, so that your audience can trust the information. And so you'll say something very simple like, according to Ford Brown 2012, or according to Communication in the Real World, okay. According to Speaking Out, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so it's typically author and date. If you're using an open education resource textbook and getting information from there, then you might source the textbook title and date. Okay, so you'll just say according to, or Ford Brown 2012 posits, Ford Brown 2012 suggests. So introducing it into a smooth way. You'll want to avoid things like, my sources say. Okay, you'll want to be very clear about where they're coming from and who is saying that. Okay, so think about how to clearly introduce sources. Then we will move on to Competency 4 in another video.